The honor killing of Amina and Sarah Said. Intro. Two beautiful teenage sisters. A controlling father with a dark past. And a brutal double murder that shocked the world. This is the story of Amina and Sarah Said, and the man who took their lives, Yasser Abdel Said. A case that exposed the darkest side of honor killings, right in the heart of America. Part 1: The Family and Warning Signs. Yasser Abdel Said was an Egyptian immigrant living in Irving, Texas. A former taxi driver, he had 3 children with his American wife, Patricia Owens. But behind closed doors, the Said household was a place of fear and control. Amina and Sarah, bright and ambitious teenagers, lived under constant surveillance. Their father forbade them from dating. He read their messages, tracked their movements, and even threatened them if they disobeyed. According to relatives and friends, Yasser was obsessed with the idea of family honor. He reportedly wanted to arrange marriages for his daughters to men in Egypt. But the girls had other plans. They dated American boys and dreamed of freedom. Amina wanted to study medicine. Sarah was outgoing and joyful. They were American teenagers caught between two worlds. Part 2: Escape and Betrayal. In late December 2007, Patricia finally took her daughters and fled to Tulsa, Oklahoma. It was their chance to escape. Amina even emailed a friend, saying, "He's going to kill us." But Yasser called and begged Patricia to come back. He promised he'd changed. That he just wanted to talk. Eventually, Patricia agreed, against Amina's will. Amina reportedly cried and resisted, but the family returned to Texas on New Year's Eve. Instead, he drove them in his cab to a hotel parking lot in Irving. There, he pulled out a gun and opened fire. Sarah was shot 9 times. As she lay bleeding, she called 911. "Help! My dad shot me. I'm dying." Amina was shot twice and died instantly. By the time police arrived, Yasser had vanished, and the manhunt began. Part 4: 12 Years on the Run. For 12 years, Yasser Abdel Said was one of America's most wanted fugitives. He was added to the FBI's 10 most wanted list. A $100,000 reward was offered for his capture. But despite international attention, he stayed hidden, thanks to help from his relatives. He lived quietly in various houses around Texas, including one in Justin, where the FBI eventually caught him in 2020 after days of surveillance. Part 5: Trial and Justice. In 2022, Yasser finally stood trial in Dallas. The prosecution called it a premeditated honor killing, driven by rage that his daughters dated American boys. The 9/11 call from Sarah was played in court. For many, it was a haunting final cry for help that would never come. His defense claimed he didn't do it, that someone else must have killed the girls. But the jury didn't buy it. Yasser Abdel Said was found guilty of capital murder and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Part 6: Aftermath and Legacy. Yasser's brother and son were also sentenced to prison for helping him hide. But for many, the damage could never be undone. Amina and Sarah's deaths became a tragic symbol, not just of domestic violence, but of the cultural clash that can turn deadly. Their story sparked national conversations about honor killings and the need for intervention before abuse escalates. May their voices never be forgotten. May their story continue to warn and inspire. Final message: moral of the story. The story of Amina and Sarah Said is not just about a horrific crime. It's about control disguised as culture. Fear hidden behind the word honor. And the devastating cost of silence when warning signs are ignored. These were 2 young women, daughters, sisters, dreamers, who deserved freedom, protection, and love. If there's one thing we must learn from this tragedy, it's this. Police cars' revolving light honor is never a reason for violence. Police cars' revolving light culture is no excuse for abuse. Police cars' revolving light and silence can be deadly. If you see signs of control, fear, or violence in someone's life, speak up. If you're experiencing it yourself, know this, you're not alone. You can get out. And there is help. Amina and Sarah tried. Let's make sure their voices weren't lost in vain. Let their story be a warning and a call to protect the next girl who's too afraid to speak.